Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushile. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani. Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshushile. Omiawa ibajaniye, ibabo shishe agbatani. Omiawa ibajani, ibabo shishe oshushile. Omiawa ibajaniye, ibabo shishe agbatani. Omiawa ibajani, ibabo shishe oshushile. Omiawa ibajani, ibabo shishe agbatani.
Well, we are going to begin our meeting in 8 minutes. So, Mata, how are you doing today?
Very good.
Oh, and you are looking beautifully Oshun-like. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I got all my shells.
Marcia, can you be our timekeeper and tell me when to start?
Okay, I will.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey.
Oh,
Hi, Sandy.
Oh,
Hi.
so good to see you. I have missed you so much.
Well, I have missed all of you.
And in the future, as we get better and better at this whole Zoom thing, we will have a more seamless sharing of everyone. But for now, let's get used to the process. Sunday Goddess Services, where every woman is priestess at her own altar and queen of her own realm and goddess embodied. Portions of this have been re-recorded for better sound. Our theme today, with what and who do you wish to join? Allow yourself to be fully present and aware. Let her early summer fire spark you. Let your eternal radiance shine. Take us through that for just a moment, if you.
It is so wonderful for us to gather. This early summer, we want to purify the space where we are, letting go of everything that brought us to this place, to this time, so that we could be fully present as we do our sacred work, as we breathe in the newness, the gathering together, the releasing. We are Goddess. Blessed be.
Blessed be. Take a moment to say your own name softly and acknowledge your mother for giving you life. Visualize our spirit circle of women in the unseen world. And if you wish, lift your right hand and place your right hand on your womb. And lift your left hand and place your left hand on the belly of your sister in the unseen world to your left. Feel the fire in your belly, the fire of creation. Woman consciously chooses what she wishes to join with, an idea, a partner, an energy, her own inner being, her soul, source itself. And May, this season, is the season of choosing what you wish to join with, to seed your next creation. So relax your hands and rest easy in your chair. And let's take a look at the Celtic goddess traditions of this time of year. We're celebrating the goddess Oshun, a Nigerian goddess, an African goddess, but we are a multicultural temple, and so we acknowledged traditions from all over the world. Let's take a moment to look at the Celtic goddess traditions of this time of year. Early May, the ancient Celtic season of Beltane, or Good Fire, a time to honor the element of fire, the season of arriving summer, and goddess, mother of all living. A time when a woman might take a man into the fields to make love, to express her fertility, and honor the fecundity of the goddess of the land. And maybe jump the fire to celebrate the leaping fires of passion of this season of the previous gentle spring, now giving way to the increasingly fiery summer. May marks the beginning of the mother season in our culture. The mother season is summer. And this is a time for you as a woman to choose anew what you wish to gestate in your belly, what you choose to join with to start that seed, what you will nurture and feed, that you may successfully and joyfully birth your creation later. So, sisters, we are in a dark time teaching, a sort of enforced retreat created by Goddess to give us space and time to go deep. And perhaps, if this feels right to you, choose anew those things we wish to join with, those things we wish to give our energy to in the future. Just as a woman who wishes to create a child may choose the right man to join with, so in the larger sense, you choose what you wish to join with to initiate something inside yourself that you will nurture and give birth to at the right time, at your time. For example, for myself personally, with regard to our Museum of Woman, I am choosing to connect more with celebrities as a way of bringing us more energy and more reach into the world. And so I am connecting in the unseen world with a few celebrities I think might be interested in our museum and our goddess temple. So that is a sort of joining with in the unseen world. That's us choosing what we wish to join with, an energy we wish to join with, so that we can initiate something new. So yes, May is the season of joining with all that you choose as a free and sovereign woman to connect with, to support, to give your energy to. And we use this time wisely to choose well what we shall mate with, what we shall connect our own personal energy to. So our intention together, sisters, in this circle is to allow this unusual time of quiet, of solitude and rest to perhaps spark something new in us, a new awareness of how we choose to connect with life, who and what we may choose to join with, how we shall use the fire in our bellies to our own best advantage and for the benefit of life itself. So let us invoke the ancestresses of this land, now called Orange County.
Oshun people, you who have walked this land since the beginning of time, you whose dust swirls around us and in our bones as we sit here today. We request permission to do this sacred holy work. And we feel it is given. You are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome, blessed be. And the directions.
Yes. Acknowledge the east, the maiden air, the air that we breathe. We feel and we acknowledge you. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Powers of the south, element of fire, the warmth of late spring, early summer. As we create in this space and in our lives, we acknowledge you. Hail and welcome. Powers of the west, element of water, cool, flowing, fresh. The queen, the sovereign one, she who sets the boundaries of that which she wants to create. We acknowledge you today. You are here. Hail and welcome. Blessed be. Powers of the north, element of earth, wise woman, magic, mystery, that which we hold dear. We feel you in our bones. You are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome. Blessed be.
Hail and welcome. Blessed be. And Priestess Mata, can you acknowledge the guides and guardians of everyone in our circle here today?
Guides, guardians, those who are with us since birth and beyond, we welcome you, angels and fairy, totem animals, all who are our protectors and protectresses, those who keep us, who whisper in our ears. You are here, you are here, you are here. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. And goddess in her aspect as Oshun, great mother of all, source of all. We call your name today, Oshun, beautiful one, powerful one, good one of generosity, one of compassion, one of divination, one of beauty. We speak your name, Oshun. Oshun.
Oshun, Oshun, Oshun.
So I do not know how this part will work, but if anyone has made an altar to share, let us take a look. And while you're preparing yourself, I will share the altar that I created for all of us with some beautiful images related to Oshun. This is something Meredith, thank you Meredith, gave to us some time ago. Beautiful Oshun. Do you love that? Is that fantastic? Of course, Oshun's mirror. And if you look on it, it says, you are divine. Of course you are. Oshun's copper bracelets we have here, her copper bracelets. And of course her imagery, her bell, Oshun's bell, ringing her bell, some fruit as an offering. And I do not know who gave this to us, but she's a beautiful small Oshun. If anybody knows who gave that to us, that was many years ago. Honey is also of Oshun. Beautiful red flowers, pink drapes, golden drapes. This is all of Oshun. Like I say, we're still learning this whole Zoom thing, but we would love in the future for people who make altars, women who make altars, to share their altar with us. And I have no idea how that's going to work. Mata, Marcia, how do we do this? Do you know?
I would say that whoever has an altar to share, that they unmute themselves, and then
Okay.
they would have to pick their camera up and show the altar. Or
Well, let's see if that happens in the next.
This
I'm
is Heather and Billy.
Sandra,
We
Sandra's
decorated a fountain, and we brought some sunflowers for Oshun. We placed them in the fountain.
Oh, India, that's so fabulous. Thank you for joining us. It's been so long since we've seen you. Oh, how fantastic to connect with you.
I'm not sure if you guys can see, but this is my everyday altar for Oshun. She is my mother in my head.
Oh,
It's one of my altars.
all right. So fantastic. Let's see if we can return. Thank you all for sharing. This would be the time for you to make your offerings and charge your sacreds by putting them on your altar. So take a moment to do that. I'd like to thank Marcia and Maka for helping today carry out this service as we learn and grow into Zoom. I'd like to thank Ashley, who may or may not be on this call, but she's worked very hard behind the scenes. And I'd like to acknowledge our priestesses who are on this call, on this Zoom meeting, Sandy, Meredith, and I'm not sure who else. Mata, can you tell anybody else is of the priestesses?
Yes, we have Naiad priestess Noel. She is here.
We're going to acknowledge her specially in just a moment. That's exciting.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, priestesses. Thank you. Well, looky here.
Oh.
Noel, do we have you on the line? Are you with us now?
Yes, I am here. Can everyone hear me?
Yay!
Yes.
Oh, it has been so long, Noel, since we have, we talk about you all the time. For those of you who do not know, Noel is a very great priestess of our Goddess Temple of Orange County. She did move away, but she did not move out of our hearts. Can you share a little bit, Noel, about how things are for you right now? We're so glad to have you back, at least on this call.
I am so grateful to be here in Sacred Circle with all of you again, and so many new faces, and just seeing how the temple has grown and reaching out to hundreds and thousands of women across the world just makes my heart sing. I, as Ava said, have moved from Southern California to Northern California, New Jersey, Atlanta, and now I'm in Texas. I moved for my career. I love working with children, and so I have a wonderful job working as a school administrator. So I am helping bring spirituality to children through meditation and mindfulness practices at our school. And it's a true passion of mine. It's my life's work. And I am in Atlanta now, getting ready to move back to Texas permanently. And in going through my things, I found this beautiful, Ava, do you remember this?
Yes.
This beautiful fan, Oshun, one of her many symbols and representations is the peacock feather. So it's no coincidence that just yesterday, Ava, I came across this, just yesterday. And just yesterday, I came across that image of me aspecting Oshun. So she has been calling to me for some time, and she is very much here in Sacred Circle with all of us. So I thank you so much for opening this space up for women, and I am in deep gratitude to everyone. Blessed be.
Oh, blessed be. How very, very exciting to see your beautiful face again. And let's share that wonderful aspecting of Oshun. Let's share that with everybody now. Yes, we do. Everybody just feast your eyes on that. That was a calendar that we did a few years ago, and look at that incredible goddess aspecting Oshun. Oh, Noel, thank you. You will always be deeply connected to us, no matter where you live in the world.
Thank you.
Blessed be.
Blessed be.
So I thank our members. We got many lovely donations in the mail this month because people recognized that this is a challenging time. We are not making any revenue from renting our space out because the health department asked us to close. And so we did that, of course. So if you are doing well financially and you can give us an extra donation, we would so appreciate it so that we can make it through this very unusual time. Thank you, members. Support what you believe in. Become a member. Let us share some pictures of a previous Oshun celebration with the Goddess Temple that was held at the Museum of Woman. And here we see the sanctuary decked out in beautiful pinks and reds and golds. And you see Priestess Marcia Lang at the altar lighting candles. And here we have the dancing that followed. So our goddess for May is Oshun. Hear an exquisite Nigerian priestess speak of her relationship with her goddess, Oshun.
Immediately I get to Oshogbo, my life changes. This river has been the first place I come, and I told the river, as I come here, I come with no kobo in my hand. And I asked the river, if you can help me and make me become somebody in life, I will always talk about you and praise you. Here I am today. I own about 3 or 4 houses, 4 or 5 cars, and I have centers. I believe in this Oshun that is the Oshun goddess. I believe in the river, I believe in God, but I believe in our traditional religion. Well, I was in US in 1982, and all my things get burned. We just went to dinner somewhere, and my passport, my money, everything was there. If I haven't have the Oshun with me, I will be in that fire, and I could have been dead by now. So the Christianity is there. We believe in God, but we also believe in our culture and our heritage. That's why it's good we are carrying the young generation along. You will see how the Natasha, who was half Nigeria, half Kogi, half Ukraine, come to do her offering. She brought an offering, and she come, and these are the life of our youth. So she believed in it. She was connected. Immediately she come to Oshogbo. So we need more youth to carry our culture along and to carry our heritage with us.
Oh, so today we celebrate the great mother of all life in her aspect called Oshun. Of the Yoruban religion, one of the most popular and venerated aspects of goddess in the world today. A river deity of the Yoruban people of Africa, the goddess of the Oshun River in Nigeria, which of course is named for her. Her sacred grove, the Oshun Osogbo Sacred Grove in West Nigeria, is considered her principal sanctuary. She is honored at the Oshun Osogbo Festival, which is a 2-week-long annual festival, usually in August, at the sacred grove on the banks of the river. And as you can see, many, many people come to honor Oshun. The holy lamp is lit at the beginning of the festival. Oshun is associated with many things: power, love, beauty, destiny, divination. And she is syncretized with many other aspects and names of goddess. Our Lady of Charity, matron saint of Cuba. In Trinidad, she is associated with Saint Philomena. And in India, she is connected to Ganjamai, or Mother Ganges, another great river. Always, everywhere on Mother Earth, Goddess is associated with life-giving waters. Oshun protects small children until they are able to speak, and many of her devotees call her Mama. Her colors are many. Around the world, gold, deep yellow. In Nigeria, white, yellow, and green. And in Trinidad, she is associated with the color pink. At the Museum of Woman in Irvine, her room is done in deep red and gold. And here is the Oshun altar in the African room at the Museum of Woman in Irvine, which is the home of the Goddess Temple of Orange County Women's Spiritual Circle. Her devotees leave her offerings and perform ceremonies at bodies of fresh water, such as rivers and streams and canals. I personally first learned about Oshun many years ago from the wonderful Reverend Joanne Coleman, an agape minister with deep knowledge of so many things, including goddess. And Reverend Joanne rightly cautioned me when we were creating the room that we dedicated to Oshun. Joanne rightly cautioned me not to make Oshun the hoochie woman. Part of racism and misogyny for many white men is to try to label every woman of color the hoochie woman, to hypersexualize women of color as exotic and animalistic and wild and sexually insatiable. And this is related to what I call the barbification of goddess, the attempt to turn goddess into a sort of sexualized Barbie doll with an unlikely body, standardized features, often lightened skin, always very young, always hypersexualized. So we see this for what it is: racism, misogyny, an attempt which is fruitless in the end to chop up goddess into smaller areas of power. This is fruitless because nobody can chop goddess up. You can certainly chop her up in your own mind, but you have not really touched her in any way at all. So it can't be done. It is only the ignorance of the person attempting to. And this dominator model mind, this patriarchal mind, thinks that if they can do away with the all-powerful, omnipotent, original goddess, mother of all living, mother of all life, source, creatress of all, who encompasses all qualities, and if they can reduce her to nothing more than a sex goddess, then they can commercialize her, they can sell her, they can control her, and by association, us as women. For average men, in their minds now, she is nothing more than an object for their gratification and use. So, of course, it is not that woman, goddess, is not sensual, sexy, alluring. But when that is all that we permit average men to think she and we are, then for these average men, we are nothing more than sex objects, no longer goddess. So we reject all this and we remember that goddess encompasses all qualities and is embodied in us as the whole woman. And so now, a telling of an Oshun legend and what it means for us today from great foremother Louisa Tish.
Within the sacred orature of the Yoruba diaspora, we have an amazing story called Osheotura. Okay. And in Osheotura, what happens is all these deities come down from the heavenly realm onto the planet Earth, right? And the dominant ones, the ones who are doing the most, are Obatala, the Lord of the White, the King of the White Cloth, the Lord of the Clouds, the one who molds the child in the womb and sets the ethical standards. We have Ogun, who is the tool maker and the wild man in the woods. And we have Shango, who is the Lord of the Flame and political organization and the ego of the human being. Okay. And they come down with Oshun, who is the goddess of love and sweet water and sensuality and compassion and all of that. And in the folklore, when they start out trying to create the world, one of the male deities makes some comment to the effect that they really don't need Oshun. Okay. And she's very sensitive to insult, by the way, So Oshun decides, oh, well, you'll see. And she goes and she sits on the moon and spends time looking in the mirror and powdering her face, And while she does that, all the sweet water on the earth dries up. And they can't do nothing. They can't build no houses. They can't make no tools. They can't grow no food. They can't create nothing. Nothing is working because love has left the planet. Okay? And when they realize that nothing is working, they run back up to Olodumare, the one who owns the whole spectrum of the rainbow, the owner of the day. And they complain. What you sent us down here for if we can't accomplish nothing, right? And Olodumare says, somebody's missing from this crew that I sent down there. Where is Oshun? And the comment was made, well, who needs her? And that's when Olodumare summons Oshun from her resting place where she's just, kicking back, waiting for them to recognize what's happening. When she arrives, she explains that they insulted her. They were stupid enough to think they didn't need fresh water. They didn't need sensuality. They didn't need love. And so the Most High makes them apologize to her, okay? And I love this part, in the Odu, it says, she accepted their apology and she told them, don't let it happen again. Okay. And as a result of that, she had to decide whether she wanted to be bothered again. And so she turned herself on herself and gave birth to Elegbat. Now, I want to say very, very clearly that Oshe Otura is a very, very important story in my tradition. All of the stories we see, when they hit the tray, when they arrive in front of us, we look for the manifestation of the story around us. To have Oshun leave us is a very, very dangerous thing, okay? And we see it in things like fracking. What's happening to our water supply? We see it in things like the way that they are raping the queen bee. Honey is sacred to Oshun. We see it in the sex trafficking of children that's going on this planet. All of these things we read as signs that we done pissed Oshun off. Okay? And so for the last 10 or 12 years, there have been priests all over the world going to the river, going to places where the river's dry, and making offerings and begging Oshun to come back to us. All of this is about wanting to recognize the power of the divine feminine.
So, with what will you join this year? May, the season of mating, joining with, to spark a seed within, with the intention of birthing something later. This is the first month of summer, which is the time of the mother, the creatrix. In our culture, spring is February, March, April. Summer is May, June, July. Autumn is August, September, October. And winter is November, December, January. So this is the first, the earliest month of summer, time of the mother. So we honor our own mothers for giving us life. And here's my mom, Ethel, nicknamed Sue Bolton, and she crossed over in August of 2018. I miss her a lot, but I do get to talk with her quite often inside. We honor ourselves as mothers, creating new manifestations of every good kind on earth now. And we choose this year to be especially conscious of what we are giving our energy to, what we are joining with as we create our lives and birth our choices. It is done, it is done, it is done. Blessed be. Oh my gosh, how beautiful is that? So we come now to the offering portion of our service, and we know many of you have donated by credit card. We know many of you have donated by mail. If you are not a member and you wish to support this type of work, then please go to our website and make an online offering. And we thank our members. We're in the process now of listing in a beautiful video our wonderful members who have joined in creating this space. And many of you are online right now with us. Lydia, thank you so much for your contributions. Meredith, thank you for what you've given. Sandy, thank you. We so appreciate all you wonderful women. And your gift from us is the Queen Teachings, the Architect of Life. And you may go to this link, and our members have already received this link by email. But if you are not a member, you can go to this link and you can download the Queen Teachings, the Architect of Life, which I think you might truly enjoy and get a taste for what the Queen Teachings are, how we are helping women remember their true and full power, the 4 powers of woman: maiden, mother, queen, and wise woman. So our women's prayers for the world, just drop into your heart. If you would, just take your fingers of either hand and just tap your heart area. This immediately begins to open up the heart chakra and connect you with whoever you wish to be connected with. So we open our hearts to women of the world, and we send the knowing that women everywhere become more and more conscious about what they give their energy to, what they choose to join with this year. So many women give their energy just over and over and over again to systems that do not work for them, systems that do not support them. And that's actually what slavery is, giving your energy to a system that does not support you. And many women are forced into this. And we must start to look at how we can energize the change, that women can choose what they wish to give their energy to and thereby change the world. Blessed be. So we set our intention an hour ago, and I feel that we have come close to fulfilling it. We have taken some time to allow something new to spark in us, a new awareness of how we shall choose to connect with life. And my suggestion is that you consider journaling this afternoon or this evening about what might bubble up from this shared circle. What new awareness is bubbling up for you about the choices you are going to make, what you are going to join with, what you are going to give your energy to, how you're going to connect with life this year. We fulfilled our intention to be aware of a refinement internally in our choices, and a refinement in how we're going to use the mother fire in our bellies to our own best advantage and for the benefit of life itself. We express gratitude. Take a moment to go within and think of three things for which you are absolutely grateful. They can be small things, they can be large things. It does not matter. Just 3 things for which you are so very grateful. And just do that silently, internally. Take a moment. Let's breathe together while we do that. Yes, yes, we are so grateful for all our many blessings. And valedictions. Great Mother, source of all life. In your aspect called Oshun, we are so grateful for the shower of blessings, for the spark of blessings, for the breeze of blessings, for the earth beneath us blessing us. We are so grateful for all our many blessings. And we thank the ancestresses.
Thank you. the Hashem people, ancestresses, you who are the very essence of the earth, the very essence in our bones, in our bodies, the essence of love and the universe flowing through us. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And guides and guardians.
Guides and guardians, angels, fairy, those who walk with us and whisper in our ears and protect us and cover us with your huge wings. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
At this point, Marcia gave here a lovely valediction to the quarters, but our Zoom recording stopped at this point. Who knows why these things happen? I don't. Our circle is open but unbroken. May the love of the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. And visualize passing a warm hug in the unseen world to the sister to your left and having it go all around the circle.
May the circle be open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again. May the circle be open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess.
So this concludes our women's services celebrating Oshun for May 3rd. Our next Sunday service will be June 7th online, and we will be celebrating, honoring, and talking about Aphrodite and Isis. In the meantime, for Goddess and Queen support in your life, join as a member. If you join the museum, you're automatically a member of the Goddess Temple, and vice versa. And it is free during this time of this COVID-19 rest and rejuvenation. All you have to do is send your email request to info@museumofwoman.us, and we will make you a member free for 3 months. And then in 3 months, you can decide if you think it's worth it to continue, and we hope you do.